My friend, know that everything will work out with your finances, with your health, with your love life, relationships. Everything will fall into place. And right now, I just want to remind you to shake off the worry. I know it's not an easy act to accomplish, but shake it off as much as you can because it's only limiting your future. I want you to know that you're so much more than you currently can understand. So today I want to give you some updates for the month of June. We've just entered into the month of June. What are the symptoms you may be affected by the events, energy shifts, astrological shifts that will be happening this month? And what are certain potential strong energy portals to prepare yourself so you can foster these energies and use them for the greatest possible guidance and manifestation? If you're ready for that, let's go. Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video. Before we start, I want to say thanks to everyone for joining our Patreon community, where you can get access to exclusive content, community chat, and so much more. So the link is in the description of this video. Check it out, and thank you so much for becoming a part of the community. This month of June is a very interesting month. If May was a month of learning, a month of expansion, a month of studying and maybe applying some new approaches, June is beginning with quite an integration of all of that energy. So you may feel quite overwhelmed right now. You may feel like you have many open options, many, potential breakthroughs, and you may be like, you don't know which one is the right one for you. It's important right now to start with the feeling, and just ask yourself what feels right, what brings you joy, what grounds you, so you can know how to choose, how to pick then the right options for you. So I will be playing today for you a painting, The Center of Life. It was created back in 2018, I think, maybe in 18, 18. And it demonstrates a tree with a center. That's why it's called Center of Life. And this will be the theme for the month of June, to really find your center, be in your center. Make sure that your roots are deeply grounded in the earth, and your mind can be quite open for receiving as your psychic abilities are maybe expanding. You're feeling a greater sense of intuition. Your intuition is deepening, and your senses around all of your potential and everything you're slowly opening up to through the process of healing and reflection, you're becoming more aware of all of that. So a very important theme right now. We'll go through some astrological events as well, and some symptoms you may be experiencing during the month of June because of that. So the first big thing that is happening is the new moon on June 6th, coming up in the zodiac sign of Gemini. So this one will maybe open up some new opportunities for you to deepen your relationships, but also to build your communication skills. So don't be surprised if around the June 6th, like maybe a few days before, a few days after, you may experience some unexpected meetings, or unexpected people may enter into your life to see how much progress you've done maybe with emotional healing, or how are you expressing your boundaries. Some triggers may happen, but also some breakthroughs may happen, like something that will help you to meet certain people that you're admiring, or certain people that will help you to see what you couldn't saw before about yourself, And also, so you will be able to develop some sense of empathy towards others, maybe just deepen a sense of empathy, so you can, build greater relationships in your life. And this will go or lead you into an inner expansion. So inner expansion will be one of the symptoms in the month of June. And it may mean many different things, like it may mean emotional expansion, or at least emotional awareness, also emotional intelligence. Like when you're communicating with others, are you still doing things out of fear or out of stress or anxiousness? Or have you learned to kind of cope with all of that and learn to take some deep breaths before you respond, and to feel grounded, and to notice what was blocking you in the past that you can now quite well handle, and things like that. This is a very beautiful expansion. Another thing is also understanding and intuition, expansion in your inner senses, inner compass. You are now much better at noticing what kind of people in your life are supportive for you, and what kind of people in your life are the ones that are, naysayers and dream robbers and soul eaters sometimes, if we say that way. So you slowly start letting go of certain toxic relationships so you can really propel yourself on your path. A very beautiful event that is happening, supporting your evolution. So maybe because of that, you may feel more overwhelmed, also because you're doing your own healing and doing your, moving through this, all kinds of memories from the past, maybe painful memories, and doing some trauma healing, letting go of the past. You may feel a bit more overwhelmed right now, but just keep reminding yourself you can handle anything. And more frequently, take time and just breathe, and just slow down, and just reflect on your needs, and notice how many times you just get mentally overwhelmed because you're jumping too much into the future, or you're worrying too much because you're not sure if events will turn out the way you want. But every time you slow down and you remind yourself that you are the creator, that you're not that you're fully in control of what's happening, but you're in control of how you respond to what's happening. And when you slow down, you can respond more consciously, okay? So just take care of this. Then on June, or between the June 9 and 11, the planet Venus and Mercury are entering into the sign of Cancer. And this may mean for you that during this time you will be more aware, more alert, and you will have heightened focus on emotional connections, family and home life. So during this time, make sure that you avoid conflict, but rather than protecting yourself, notice how could you deepen the relationship with your family. Maybe even going on a trip, or just noticing, how each individual in your family circle is maybe going through their own battles or dealing with their own things. And just notice if the compassion is there, if the kindness is there, if the connection is like healing one, if you have these deep, honest conversations with each other. So you can all help one another to, to open up and to share your stories, share what you're going through. This is a very supportive period, as this energy help you to nourish caring and certain protective behaviors. Like, so your partner maybe can feel safe with you, or your kids may feel safe expressing, opening up to you. It's very important to open up, to be kind, and show up support to others during this time. Then on June 13, we'll have a first quarter moon in Virgo. So this usually means that it may remind you of your health. So during this time, you may notice that you're paying more attention to your health, to your food, to your diet, how much you're being active. So during this time, you may be reflecting more on the way you're living your life, your lifestyle, your mindset, your attitude towards things, and overall your physical health, like how well are you really, nurturing your body. And it may also lead you to many breakthroughs in this area, like improvement of your health, possibilities for improvement of any kind of situation you may be dealing with, related to health, related to mental health, related to emotional health. You may discover during this time some new tools that may help you, or you may just notice what you've maybe abandoned in the past that could be useful during this time of great intensity, as on the world we're going through very, very potent events. A lot is happening, and many sources out there are not promoting health, are actually just the opposite, bringing more chaos out. So it's important during this time to be grounded and not allowing yourself to be so distracted with external events, and rather pay more attention to how you're handling everything, how you're, what is your grounding root, and where is your center, what makes you feel stable. Stability is another theme for the month of June, and it's one of the symptoms you may experience in the month of June is maybe feeling unstable, or noticing how much more stable you are than you've been in the past. Either way is good, because if you notice you are being very unstable, very easily being shaken by certain external events, or by stress, or by worry, or by anxiety. If you notice that, well, then you can work on it. You can study options, or you can, find a help, find a support, find a therapist maybe, or a coach, or a mentor, or someone who can guide you through this process. And if you are noticing how much you've actually found stability, discovered that you're so much stronger than you've been, you handle things so much more mindfully than before, then you can find a lot to be grateful for. And you can notice what helped you to get to this level, so you can notice what to do when you kind of lose this kind of stability, because still everything is moving in rhythms and seasons. So there will be moments when you will be losing stability, but if you know what brought you to where you are right now, then you can just repeat it, right? So around the June 13, maybe focus more on your health, or it will just happen naturally. Usually this universal energies just kind of unconsciously lead us to focus on what is necessary. Then on June 14, planet Saturn retrograde in Pisces, which means that it introduces you to a period of introspection and reassessment, particularly in areas related to spiritual growth, dreams, and emotional boundaries. So this is a very important thing in your life. Around the June 14, you may start noticing how strong you are with your spiritual practices. Are you consistent with meditations? Are you happy with how you're evolving, or could you change certain practices? Are you losing some, consistency with something? How much you're setting emotional boundaries? Are you feeling like your cup is full, or are you feeling like your cup is empty? Again, either way, it's good to notice where you are. So, because empty cup has nothing to give, right? And a full cup, if a full cup is not giving, you will feel anxious, you will feel overwhelmed, Not negatively, but you will just feel you have so much to give and you're not giving. So it's important to notice that, because then you need an outlet for it. You need a certain source where you could help others, where you could provide something to others. And if that's the case for you, then another spiritual practice, if that's something you're into, could be teaching others, could be helping others, could be maybe lead a certain gathering, a certain community, or start writing more, or start writing a blog, or start making videos, or start teaching people meditation, or anything that fulfills you, that's meaningful to you. Maybe around the June 14th, you will be reflecting more on those things. And it will lead you most probably to new discoveries, like new possibilities. It will be one of the symptoms during this time to find out like what else is possible for you, to stretch your talents, to build up new skills. This is one of the symptoms around this time to notice. Maybe you may be even surprised like what else is possible for you. New doors may open for you, and you may just realize how much more joy there is possible for you when you really start working on your gifts, when you really start building new skills that are related to something that provides you a sense of purpose. Very powerful thing you can do. So this may be happening around June 14th. Again, maybe a few days before, a few days after. Just reflect a little bit on it. And then June 20 will have a full moon in Sagittarius, a very powerful full moon. And the themes for this full moon will be exploration, adventure, and also seeking higher meaning, seeking higher truths. That's related to expansion. It's related to adventure. Like adventure doesn't mean just traveling, going around. It also means to explore new ideas, explore new fields of knowledge, or whatever field of knowledge is very grounded for you right now. Maybe explore deeper truth around it. Maybe just a truth of yourself, like who you truly are. This full moon will ignite this journey of expansion, and it will help you also to let go of certain impulsive behavior. So a symptom around this time may be letting go of impulsive behavior. You will just feel I need to let go of something you're doing impulsively. It may be impulsive eating, impulsive buying, consuming of any kind, impulsive thinking, impulsive negative thinking maybe. So during this time, you may be exploring these ideas a little bit and noticing like how much your life would be greater or healthier without these things. And impulsiveness comes from lack of clarity usually, but also immaturity. Immaturity of, it's like an energy of immaturity, immature pattern. So it doesn't mean that you're not mature already, but the process of developing any kind of patterns starts firstly that we discover it, then we usually overdo it compulsively, then it becomes annoying, and then we search for ways how to ground it and make it more moderate. So it's a very healthy approach towards anything. Like, for example, in my childhood, I got addicted to sugar because that was my grandma's way to show love, like to invite me to her and give me lots of sugar. So, because it was so easy to get sugar and I liked it, later in my life I've noticed I just can't stop eating it. And for a long period of time I was compulsively eating sugar. And I've noticed, well, I need to do something about it. And the first idea that came to me was just to cut sugar. And then I cut sugar, and every time I was invited to a party or to a certain celebration, I didn't eat anything, and then people were like, why are you not eating it? And, you know, but throughout the process of time, I've noticed there is moderation to everything. So I can choose not to eat sugar when I decide not to eat it, but I can also choose to eat it at certain specific times. And I've discovered moderation, and it takes a lot of time to, you know, to develop this kind of pattern of moderation in anything. But I'm only sharing this because maybe around the June 20, you may be thinking or developing something like that in your life about a certain specific thing. That will be the most supported. So this is like delayed June will be very supportive for letting go of impulsive behaviors or just grounding them and making them more moderate. And then on June 21st, another powerful event is summer solstice. This is very important, especially because it comes after full moon. So full moon opens up like a doorway, like a strong portal for your own self-exploration and seeking higher truth. On the world, in the society, maybe a lot of unexpected things may be coming out, a lot of new information may be coming out, and then we have this summer solstice that brings a lot of new energy in and just more support. It comes in Cancer, so it brings a lot of love, it brings a lot of this family kind of energy, connection, unity consciousness. It brings like Christ consciousness into. And it's like an invitation for ascending your frequency and finding out where fear is still guiding you instead of love, instead of truth. So you feel unstable. And it just means that in the late June, you'll be so supported for all this inner research, finding more stability and letting go of anything toxic. Very supported. Then June 23rd, Jupiter semi-square Neptune, which means that during this time you will feel more grounded, you will feel maybe even more realistic, like maybe more intellectual. And during this time, make sure that you avoid maybe extremes of any kind and just enjoy the nature, enjoy the just go outside and enjoy. It will be very supported to just reflect a little bit how beautiful life actually is, you know, despite all the chaos and maybe challenges that are happening in your life. Notice the good things. Notice the connection with nature. Notice how much it is supporting you if you learn to find the attunement with it, right? So beautiful, beautiful energy. And then towards the end, we'll have on June 28th, we'll have the last quarter moon in Aries, which again is just supporting what I said before, letting go of impulsive behavior, letting go of all the energy, letting go of any toxicity. I mean, not all at once, but you will notice that it's like you're shedding the old skin and you're noticing how much you've changed. So during this time, you may even become very, very aware that you're really not the same person anymore as you've been a few months ago. You may be noticing how much you've changed, how much you're approaching things differently, how much you're more grounded, how much your energy is more clear, more pure. And you will also notice how to express yourself more precisely, more clearly. What's your, authentic style of expression, as still your body is this instrument of consciousness, and consciousness is this great artist, and as you have this unique body, you're expressing it in a very unique way. But as all of us have been conditioned and programmed to behave certain way, we're slowly beginning to notice that there is an authentic path for all of us. And towards the end of June, one of the symptoms you may experience is that you're finding greater connection with your authenticity than ever before, which is a beautiful thing because it starts really guiding you. You start feeling a very strong guidance towards a path that's meant for you, that is yours, that's, that only you can walk, discover, pave, and set an example for others. So I hope you found a valuable message today, and I hope you've enjoyed in today's artwork as well, the center of life. To anyone who would love to get prints of it, you can find it on our store AttractPassion.com. And it's a store, I Draw My Passion. So go there and check it out. You'll find everything there. And thanks again to everyone for joining our Patreon community, where you can get access to exclusive content, community chat, and so much more. So check it out. The link is in the description. And to anyone who would love to work with me one-on-one, I'm offering coaching. So you can also find the link in the description to my coaching site where you can book a session. My friends, stay connected, stay beautiful, and don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video to anyone that you feel may find something supportive in it, and press the notification bell button because it will help you to know when a new video comes out, when we have live streams and so on. So till next time, one love.